Yo, yo, my good and nerdy people. How is it going today? Let's hop in here into the dojo. What is up, y'all? It is your Normie Sensei Master Crunch here with Normies and Nerds. We take normies and turn them into nerds here in our dojo. Look, we got a great show coming up tonight. Going to be talking about Disney Plus Day. Who is going to win Disney Plus Day? A lot of things are supposed to be rolling out, not just on the Star Wars side, but on the Marvel side, the MCU side of things as well. So I want to talk about giving my take on who I think will win Disney Plus Day in the eyes of the fans, what will create the most hype, who will announce maybe the most anticipated projects, and yeah, just what I'm looking forward to the most out of Disney Plus Day. Look, I can't say Disney Plus Day enough times in this stream here tonight. I am hella hyped for Disney Plus Day, and I'm excited to talk about it here with you guys tonight, as well as I want to talk about the Eternals. First off, I want to give just, my overarching just thoughts and views on Eternals and what I feel and how I feel about it. But also as well, I got a couple of theories that I want to talk about. And something that I want to bring back here is talking about theories. I want to pose a question at least every stream here. And let's theorize about it, talk about it. And tonight I want to talk about the Thanos and Starfox kill Knowhere. The Thanos and Starfox kill Knowhere. All right, so that's something that's on the table tonight as well. Also, yeah, more news. And where I actually want to start the night at is talking about this Black Panther news that's coming along, right? Shuri was trending earlier today. People were talking about Shuri. Had to see what it was. And Shuri is putting Black Panther at risk? Is that what it seems to be? So I want to talk about this Shuri news here. And sorry, I definitely should have got my drink of water before I started the stream. But we got fourth wall break. What's going on, man? What's going on, Greenberry? How's it going, my man? How's it going? Mike Porter, what is going on? Mike Relations to Shield Porter, my man. It's good to see you, brother. It is very good to see you, man. Make sure you drop a like when you come in. All right. And that you, Mike. I know you already dropped a like. I know that's you, Mike. Mike already dropped a like. Mike drops likes like it's hot. Anyway, I want to talk about this Shuri news here. So let's go ahead and hop out to the training grounds. And that's not what we're going to be talking about right now at this moment. But all right, we're going to be reading this off the direct. Now, we do know that production around Black Panther has allegedly been moved back, right? Let's see. I need to move this over just a tad bit. There you go. We do know that production on Black Panther has allegedly been pushed back. And that was at first rumored to be because of Shuri's injuries, because of something that happened when she was on set and got hurt. It is what you do, Mike. So those were the rumors, and that was the speculation around it. But now this report comes out that new report reveals more problems concerning Latia Wright. Now let's read this from the direct here. It says, the highly anticipated Black Panther Wakanda Forever has found itself in an interesting position from day one. It sure has. Let's skip down past the first part here. It says, recently, the film was pushed back from its currently held release date on November 22nd, 2022, according to Kevin Feige himself. The shift was caused by issues with production. Reports have surfaced of actress Latia Wright, who plays T'Challa's younger sister and tech genius Shuri, being injured on set and production being halted while she's recuperating. Currently, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is pausing production due to the lead actor's accident aiming to resume filming in 2022. Now, it would seem there's an added layer to the complications. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Wright is not vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus, despite rules requiring all non-immigrant, non-citizen air travelers to be vaccinated. On top of that, she is recovering from injuries she sustained in Massachusetts during the shoot. As Latia is not a U.S. citizen, she may encounter issues returning to the States once the sequel resumes filming next year. The rep for Latia goes on to say, Latia has been covering in London since since September from her injury sustained on the set of Black Panther 2. What's going on, Brian Stone? And is looking forward to returning to work in early 2022. Latia kindly asked that you keep her in her prayers. Prayers up for sure. Could this spell trouble for Black Panther 2? The long and short of this matter seems to be that if the production is to continue on Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever, Latia must return to set in the United States, and in order for that to happen, she must be fully vaccinated. Whether this will happen remains to be seen, although it may force her hand. It is also unlikely. It's also unlikely that they could simply write out Shuri of the film, as rumors have spread that her character will pick up her brother's mantle as Black Panther. Whether that may be the case, the film is already in a deep production, and it would be extremely difficult to get rid of Shuri at this point in the game, and that is something I agree with. It would be definitely hard to get rid of Shuri at this point in the game, right? Like, at this point, and how far are we in right now? That's not something as simple as a quick switch, right? Like, if something happened with Shuri, man, I feel like they would have to go back to the drawing board. And this movie, which honestly has just been troubled since last year, since the passing of Chadwick Boseman. That was last year, right? But it's been troubled since then. That just another hit on this movie here. Now, look, I'm not one, and we're not going to spend forever on this. I'm not one to. Oh snap! You see my edges? Yeah. I'm not one to allow, to be like, take your vaccine, or to be like, go do. Because at the end of the day, if there's something I don't want to do to my body, the last thing I want is somebody trying to tell me what to do to my body. So I'm not here to castrate, to ostracize something that someone is doing. But what I can say though is that, man, this makes it hard for the movie, and that at the same time, you have to respect the rules, you have to respect the law of where you are. Now, to be real, am I saying that it's right that she can't come back to the movie? No, I'm going to keep that opinion to myself. But what I can say, there are consequences, right? And that at this point, if Latia Wright decides to not get vaccinated, if she decides to not get vaccinated, knowing what it could do to this movie, knowing what it could do to her career, that's on Latia Wright. That's on Shuri. And I can't sit here and think that, her saying I'm not getting vaccinated, taking a stance, is something that is not noble, it's something that's wrong. I can't sit here and say that. I can't say that. I don't know why she's not getting vaccinated, and I honestly don't care to know why she's not getting vaccinated. But what I do care to say is that, damn, at this point, recast her. And I see nothing wrong with recasting Shuri. She's going to force them to delay and eventually recast the child, says Brian Stone. That would be amazing. But honestly, it's Shuri. If you want to recast Shuri, do it. If you have to recast Shuri so Black Panther 2 comes out, your $1 billion franchise comes out, recast Shuri. I wouldn't care. And I saw on Twitter when people were talking about this, a lot of people do not care if they recast Shuri. And honestly, I've said this in the past. Shuri was cast to be Shuri. Shuri was not cast to be Black Panther. Shuri was not cast to be the head of Wakanda. Right? So, to me, there's better people that could play this new role that Shuri is being elevated to. There's better people out there that could play that role than Latia Wright. And that's just being 100%. That's nothing to do with the vaccine, nothing to do with any of that. That's just the mannerisms that Black Panther has. There's a difference between the mannerisms that a Black Panther has and that Shuri has. Even a female Black Panther in Shuri that we see in the MCU, those are two completely separate mannerisms. So, with that being said, I don't mind if you recast Shuri. Do it. Like Green Bear says, they did it to War Machine. They damn sure did it to War Machine, and I would not mind, I would not care if they did it to Shuri. And as cold as it is, like, as much as, again, I'm not here to say take your vaccine. I'm not here to say don't go get vaccinated. Do what you want to do to your body, right? Do what you want to do to your body. Do what you want to do. All that's fine. But at the end of the day, these places, these countries, these companies, they have rules in place. And if you don't follow those rules, you have to suffer the consequences. There has to be consequences. As effed up as they are, we deal with pretty effed up things in the world anyway. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, this would be solved. This would not be such a big deal if they did just recast T'Challa. But here's the thing: I don't want T'Challa to be recasted at this moment, like right now in the next movie. That's not what I want. I want T'Challa to be recasted as a multiversal character, as a variant that comes in through Secret Wars, and you let that come up. Uh, but yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan would be a good choice. My choice is on Damson Idris, man. Like I want to like Michael. To be honest, Michael B. Jordan doesn't have the look of T'Challa to me. I'm gonna just be real. He doesn't. He was perfectly built for Killmonger. So I had to be real about that. I don't think Michael B. Jordan has the look, or yeah, I just don't think he has the look to be Black Panther. That's just me though. But my man Damson Idris though, yeah, I would love to see him in that role. I would love to see him in that role there. All right, so look, let's move along here, okay? I just wanted to knock that topic off. Just wanted to knock that topic off real quick. Let's get into our next topic, talking about Disney Plus Day, right? Who wins Disney Plus Day? I'm about to put this poll in here. And this question here, who wins Disney Plus Day? Look here, at the end of the day, yes, Nagara, Damson Idris would be crazy. He would be, bruh. Nagara, he would be crazy, man. And that's my vote. Like I kind of want to start that out there. Like, can we get Eddie Murphy from like 30 years ago to play T'Challa? From 30 years ago, I would love it. Not today's Eddie Murphy, but 30 years ago, I would love to see that. Honestly, man, I wouldn't even mind, dude, seeing Denzel, like to keep it 100, like an old Denzel, like like an old T'Challa from the multiverse. Like, here's the thing: when you're doing T'Challa, and we're gonna move on from here, I promise. When you're doing T'Challa, it has to be something that is generally accepted. I think the nerd community will accept a lot of people, but you gotta remember what Black Panther means culturally, and what T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman meant to Black people culturally as being the Black Panther. Like, you can't just replace him with anybody. You gotta replace him with somebody who, one, surpasses the acting chop, surpasses. So, Damson Idris. No, and we're not talking about Idris Alba, Fourth Wall Break. We're talking about Damson Idris from Snowfall, Franklin from Snowfall. If you think I'm talking about Idris Alba, you're wrong. I'm talking about Damson Idris. Search Franklin from Snowfall, and if you haven't seen Snowfall, go watch Snowfall, and you will see why I feel as if Damson Idris could be Black Panther and someone who would replace him. Nagara says, my mom says she would want John Boyega to be the next one. I'm thinking it could work, but honestly, if he wasn't cast as T'Challa, I think he should play someone in Wakanda. I definitely agree, bro. I definitely agree on that one. I think he should definitely be in the or at least be in the MCU. I mean, dude, I wouldn't mind him being Blue Marvel, like, to keep it 100. John Boyega as Blue Marvel, I would kind of like that, bro. But look, let's move on here to the next question. Who wins Disney Plus? Star Wars or Marvel? Who wins Disney Plus Day? Star Wars or Marvel? I'm going to ask this question and throw it out here. Look, I know I'm asking this question, and I know we're pitting two franchises against another, right? But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, Disney wins, right? Both of these entities are owned by Disney. All of these projects are going on Disney Plus. So at the end of the day, Disney wins. At the end of the day, Disney wins. But the hype train. That's what I want to know. I want to know who's going to have the most hype. I want to know who's. So look, here's the thing. We're shields around here. Well, not shields. All right, we're not shields. But what I was getting at though is that we cover a lot of Marvel over here, right? We cover a lot of Marvel. So let me just read. He says Pixar wins. Pixar might actually win, bro. Pixar might actually win. All right, so let me just read this article here, and we'll get into it. After dominating the big screen during the Infinity Saga, the Marvel Cinematic Universe seems poised to do the same to the small screen as the franchise expands on Disney+. WandaVision spearheaded Phase 4 by showcasing Wanda Maximoff's transition into the Scarlet Witch, with the show also featuring the debut of Catherine Hahn's Agatha Harkness, Sword, and Tiana Paris Monica Ram. Oh, dog. The Falcon and Winter Soldier showed the story of Sam Wilson's heroic transformation into the next Captain America. So blah 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 blah. All right, here we go. Disney teases new MCU announcements. It says, ahead of Disney Plus Day, an official description of Marvel Studios' special showcase confirmed an exciting look at upcoming MCU shows and new project announcements will be revealed. In addition, Marvel's Disney Plus Day will also highlight previous small screen entries in Phase 4, namely WandaVision Loki, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and its first animated venture, What If? Okay. Alright, so look, let's check this out. The description also confirms that first looks of the MCU's lineup for Disney Plus will be unveiled. This could mean that a sizzle reel showcasing fresh footage of She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Secret Invasion, and Miss Marvel are in the cards. Alright. Now, the Atlanta Braves win. They do win. Hallelujah, right? Congratulations to the Atlanta Braves. They did it for Hank Aaron, man. They did it for Hank. Big Hank. They did it for Big Bank Hank, man. So shout out to the Atlanta Braves. So look, you heard the list of things I called down there, and I'm sorry, your boy got a newborn. I didn't have the time to really get in here and think this out and really lay out. I thought about who would win, and I have that answer, and I'm getting to it. But I didn't have time to lay out the article. Didn't have time to lay out the article of Star Wars Disney Plus Day, right? They're going to announce live action Mickey Mouse and break the internet. I'm weak. They better not, bro. But shit, they just might. I want to say my take for Kendall to get me on the stream. No, put your take in here because we got a lot of shit to talk about. All right, put your take in here though. Running out of work, time to drive and lurk. Hey, I feel you. Drive and lurk, Jedi Jen. We'll be here when you're done lurking. Hey, but let's see here. A lot of you guys think it's Star Wars. Look. All right. Here's the deal. This is complex. It's a multi-layered answer, right? Star Wars projects. Let's put them up there. You got Kenobi. You got Book of Boba. You got news on Mando Season 3. You got The Bad Batch. Oh, you got Ahsoka. You got Cassian Andor. You got the Acolytes or the Inquisitors, whatever's going on with the Acolytes and Inquisitors. You got those 7 projects right there. Am I missing anything? Star Wars fans in the building. Am I missing anything? Okay? You got those 5 projects. Now, let's go ahead and come on to the other side here, where you have what we know so far, of where you have where you have Moon Knight, you have Hawkeye, which I don't know if you really want to consider Hawkeye in this, because Hawkeye's really about to come out like in 2 weeks. But you got Hawkeye, you got She-Hulk, you got Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion, and I think I already said Moon Knight. So you got those 5 things there, right? And then season 2. Cool, yeah, I said those 3, Green Bear. Then you got season 2 of Loki. I don't know if there's going to be a season 2 of WandaVision, or season 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I have a feeling that season 2 of Loki might be something that is talked about as well. So, to put this all into perspective, let's think about, first of all, the hype train, right? And what would get the fans hyped? Dark Chaos was going on. You really can't compare because MCU has way more movies, and that's what I'm getting at. You have to look at the hype of what's out there, right? Winning Disney Plus Day and winning the hype train. People will be a lot more hyped to see something of Obi-Wan Kenobi. To see a look at Obi-Wan for the first time in years, to get a look at Obi-Wan Kenobi and to get a look at the Kenobi series, that will blow things out of the water. Also, as well, as maybe getting a deeper look at Book of Boba, and getting some inside information on Cassian Andor. Cassian Andor. You know, I used to think Cassie and Andor were two separate people when I was in Star Wars for me. Like Cassie, I thought it was Cassie and Andor. Yeah. But anyway, might be a little branding issue there. But nah, just joking. But anyway, you had those great projects coming out for Star Wars, right? On Disney Plus. Like, damn, those are A-list projects. Now when you're looking at Marvel, you got She-Hulk, and not to belittle any of these things, I think these shows are going to be great. But you got your folks like She-Hulk, who, shit, for all intents and purposes, like, some people still might be triggered by not even understanding that She-Hulk is her own person, and that they're not trying to change She-Hulk, right? Like, they're not taking away Hulk and making Hulk a female. Some people might still be confused and think this is some SJW shit, and that, oh, Marvel's just turning Hulk into a female. Some people could just be confused about that. So, I mean, you know, just throwing that out there. You got the Miss Marvel, who I'm not even excited to see Miss Marvel, but I'm going to watch it, but I'm not excited to see it. Then you got Moon Knight, which the excitement is out the roof from the nerdy community on Moon Knight. But until we see anything, my wife is not getting hype about Moon Knight. You know what I mean? Normies aren't getting hype about Moon Knight until we actually see anything. So what are you saying here, Ken? I'm saying that Star Wars is definitely going to win Disney Plus Day. Okay? There's no question. Star Wars is definitely going to win Disney Plus Day. Simply because the characters of Star Wars are so... The characters they're focusing on in Star Wars and Disney Plus have such more impact on the Star Wars than they do on the MCU side of things. It's like basically, say Marvel was to make a series on Iron Man. Say Marvel was to make a series on Captain America Steve Rogers, right? That's what we're looking at going around on this other side here with looking directly at what Star Wars is doing. They're making these bomb-ass projects. Like when you're talking about Ahsoka, when you're talking about Obi-Wan, like they're making these projects, talking about bringing back Darth Vader. They already set the precedence of what they're doing on Disney Plus by bringing Luke into the thing, right? So, to me, it's given. Now, here's the thing. Star Wars, I definitely am, because it's not a hot take. It's a real take, okay? It's a real take. But here's where shit can get shaky, right? Here's where shit can get shaky, because on paper, the tale of the tape has Star Wars ahead by a long shot. Tell of the tape has Marvel on Disney Plus Day a huge underdog, right? Huge underdog. But you know what you do? You know what it's all about? It's about how you perform, how you deliver. Just like the Tennessee Titans here. It's about how you perform and how you deliver. You might be down your best man, but it's about how you come out there and perform. Shout out to the Titans. Be strong, Derrick Henry. Much love. But anyway, back on track. It's all about how you perform. In Star Wars, okay? What are people hyped for? People are hyped to maybe get a look at Kenobi. People are hyped to get some first looks at Cassian Andor, right? People are hyped to know more about what's going on with Book of Boba. But what if we don't see shit? But what if what we see we do not like? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm getting at here? There is still a possibility that Star Wars under delivers. Here's the thing. As much hype that we've been getting around Star Wars about this talk, about the shows that are coming out, about all of this stuff, about leaks and such not and all this, Star Wars to me has not officially nailed a presentation. It's not like you guys remember how pissed off people were on Star Wars Day on May the 4th? How pissed off people were? because of a lack of stuff that was being presented, or because of a lack of stuff that's being rolled out. Star Wars is on the rise. It's still on the come up, making right moves. But it seems like they still may be struggling just a little bit with this PR game, right? And here's the thing, they can show the trailers, but they have to show it in the right way. They have to push things out in the right way. A prime example is what happened on DC Fandom. DC Fandom, they pushed out all this content. They put 3 flashes in one movie screen, and nobody gave a fuck. Because you have to do these things the right way, right? You just have to go along these things the right way. So Star Wars, while it's right there, it's teed up for them to knock it out the park. It's very possible that they don't get it perfect. Here's the thing. If they want to beat Marvel, they have to be great. All right? It's teed up to where if they want to beat Marvel on Disney Plus Day, it would have to be like this. Star Wars could be great on Disney Plus Day, and Marvel could be perfect on Disney Plus Day. And Star Wars will win Disney Plus Day. Simply because of the lineup they have. Simply because of the hype of the lineup they have. Simply, like you guys are saying in here, because of Kenobi. Right? What's going on, Jared? What's going on, bro? Simply because of Kenobi. Like, that hype is going to be there. But if it's just good, if all you get is Kenobi, and that's all the hype train that you have, yeah, I wish Ahsoka was ready for a teaser, right? Look, it seems right now, and I'm not into the leaks on Star Wars like I am. I'm not into the news in Star Wars like I am with Marvel, even though I'm a growing Star Wars fan. If you had more stuff to tease out, to put on there on the reel, then it's one thing. But look, Marvel could come out here, and they could roll out some shit, bro. Marvel could come out here and roll out some Ironheart looks, first looks. Because, you know, Ironheart been on set. Riri Williams been on set for Black Panther. So you can come out there and roll out some looks. Right? They said they got some unannounced projects to talk about. Some things unannounced. Say they come out here and hit us back to back to back to back. They come out here, hit us with the moon. They come out here and start us off with, what would I want to see? Start us off with Miss Marvel trailer, right? Start us off there. What do you guys want to see? What would be more hype next? I would go with the Moon Knight trailer. So go from Ms. Marvel to Moon Knight, right? Show us some Moon Knight stuff. Get us hype about that. Fucking show Blade in Moon Knight. Do it. Show Mahershala Ali in Moon Knight. Show Mahershala Ali in Moon Knight at the end of that trailer. You know what I mean? They could do some shit like that. And then move on to She-Hulk. And have She-Hulk in there and like showing off what She-Hulk looks like and what she can do. Showing us some Abomination in the She-Hulk trailer. You know what I mean? Showing some Bruce Banner in that She-Hulk trailer. And then you say, well, you know what? You go to Secret Invasion. And this Secret Invasion look could be something as simple as Nick Fury talking about what the hell they have going on. Or talking a little bit about what the hell is going on. Those things combined with some unannounced shows like that, like we got Armor Wars way out there. We got She-Hulk combined with some unannounced shows. Unannounced, surprise, boom, surprise. We're coming out with a mutant show. Boom, surprise. We're coming out with the Wolverine. You see where I'm getting at here? You see where I'm going? Marvel can definitely come out here and steal the show. I would put my money on Star Wars, but the more I came out here and talked about it, it's one of those things where you talk out of argument and then you realize the way that what you picked was actually not what you needed to go with, right? And that's how I'm feeling here. At this point, I feel like Switcheroni, Marvel will win She-Hulk. Marvel will win Disney Plus Day. Let me know what you guys think. Put a fist in the chat. Does Marvel have a chance to win Disney Plus Day? I think they do. I don't think Kenobi could outweigh everything that I just laid out if they bring the footage for it. Some believe Marvel has lost its luster. Yeah, some do. That's just my thoughts here. And Mike, I'm getting into Eternals next, buddy. I'm getting into Eternals next. There are a lot more Star Wars fans than there are MCU, though. Yeah, when you say fans, yeah. When you say normies, no. When you say normies, no. But there are a lot more fans. There are a lot more people who will be searching stuff on YouTube, who will be looking at stuff for Star Wars. But man, look, all I'm saying is if Star Wars walks into Disney Plus Day and only gives us a first look at Kenobi, like, look, we've already seen what we need to see from Book of Boba. If Marvel comes in here and only gives us a first look at Star Wars, yo, audio, you guys, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is the music too loud? But like I was saying, if Marvel comes in here, if Star Wars comes in here and just brings the Kenobi, nah. They got to bring something more than Kenobi. They got to bring something more than what we've seen from Book of Boba. They have to come in. It's all good now? Oh, damn, it was all out. Just put in it. Went silent for a second, though. Okay. I saw people drop out, but I didn't know I went silent there. Thanks for letting me know, fellas. Like my music tonight? Cool, appreciate it, man. Hey, Jared said he heard me the whole time. Who knows? It might just be a YouTube thing. Might just be a new YouTube thing. Fernie, what's going on, bro? How's it going, my mans? All right, so look, let's go ahead and transition. Look, I want to throw out a couple of show notes. Right now, it's pretty solid. You know, I told you guys we're adjusting to the new child, and things are going great with the new child. He's growing, eating, all that good stuff. But you know, we're adjusting, and right now, I just want to say that this Wednesday night spot seems solid for us. We're gonna stick to the once a week stream for now. Wednesday night slot. Hopefully soon we can go to 2 nights a week. I really miss hanging out with you guys in here all the time. Right when we were about to hit the stride, I was about to start with the grind with the videos. The baby came in. On top of that, business is kicking up, which is good. But my video business is absolutely taking off right now. But what that means is that a lot of my time that I would be spending on editing videos for YouTube, I actually have to edit videos for something that puts some extra money in my pocket, something that's helping me grow my business so I can be free, so I can leave my job. And yeah, if that's the case, I mean, it's working because I would love to continue to do this YouTube stuff and to be able to put more of my time and effort into it. And being able to leave my job and go into my video business is a great way for me to be able to do that. So, with that being said, I'm putting priorities first, so the videos aren't coming out as much as I would like, but that's fine. We're going to get to that, okay? So yeah, just right now we're sticking to this spot. I'm going to still like looking to find out time. I may have wiggle room to start putting more videos out in the next couple of weeks. Like when Hawkeye starts, to be honest, that might be the best time I can start doing that. But yeah. You're doing Twitter Space on Tuesdays? That's what's up, Mike. I gotta stop through, man. All right. I'm not gonna sip that here. Your boy is thirsty today. It's Thirsty Wednesday. All right. So with that being said, come back next Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We're gonna be talking about some more nerdy shit, as always. And look, we're improving the show. Like I said, every week I want to come in with a question to answer. So this is how we go. We're going to start out with the first of the show, talking about nerdy news, the nerdy news stuff. And then the second part of the show, I'm going to bring up a question. We're going to go in theories. We're going to talk about theories and that sort, a little bit like what we used to do, talking more about theories, like we were talking about stuff like with Loki and Kang, right? So that's there. And then, yeah, for the back half of the show, we'll just be Q&A, free for all, what have you, all right? So with that being said, T-Rev, what is going on, bro? Boomer in space, what's popping, man? He is a boomer in space when he's on Twitter, ain't he? But yeah, look, all right, so let me talk about Eternals, man. Oh, and Trev, what you think, man? Probably gonna leave now when I show you this. But yeah, we got the Black Suit Superman in the building. Black Suit Soups in the building. What's going on? I actually asked Josh to sign it this time, thinking that maybe he wouldn't sign it, but he still signed it. It's all good. All right, but look. Anyway, let's get into the Eternals talk. Right. All right. This is all I had to say. We're talking about Eternals, and I want to just give my first off take on Eternals before we get into the theory and what we're going to be talking about tonight in the theory class, right? But talking about Eternals, how do I feel about it? Honestly, Eternals was right? To me, Eternals was not a bad movie, but it was not a good movie. It was right down the middle. It was good. It was just a good movie. Wasn't great, wasn't bad, it was good. Now, just a couple of real quick takes here. I think the story was great. I think the way it looked was great. But for some reason, the way it looked and the story to me just didn't combine to make a great movie. Now, maybe it was the pacing. I still haven't been able to put my fucking finger on it. But it could have just been the pacing of the movie. It could have just been the length. But to me, the movie just didn't. It had elements, but the elements just didn't come together. Like, Arishem, the Celestials, the visuals of the Celestial coming out of the Earth, that was great. It felt good. It looked good. It felt real. I couldn't think of a better way that they can make that look right. Especially, I think the best depiction of Arishem in that moment was when he came back to Earth. When Arishem came back to Earth, that was the best depiction of the Celestial that I could think of. But other than that, like my man Greenberg said, it was a long movie. The pacing was long, and that really just took some hits in the movie. That really just delivered some hits on the movie, just how long it was and what have you. But honestly, I enjoyed the story of it. And again, your boy's a sucker for lore. I love that lore. Now we can tie in. Now, when we're talking about doing videos, I really want to do a video on what I think is going on with Kang and the Celestials and what's happening there. Honestly, I think at this point, Kang is at a place where the Celestials can't get to him. I think Kang is above the Celestials right now, where he's at, or the Kangs, if you will, because I think it's a council of Kangs. I think they're at a place outside of time. I don't think that the Celestials are in the void that the TVA and Kang is, but we'll leave that for later. But all in all, I thought it was good. To be honest, some of the things I thought were going to bother me about the movie didn't. But I can see what they're going for. It just didn't hit, man. It just didn't hit. Like I said, it's crazy because it has all the great elements. It has the story. It has the lore. It's a great story. It has the visuals. Really love the way the Deviants look. Honestly, the Eternals' powers and the way they looked, I thought that was pretty cool. They really did Makari. Look, Makari was something that really stole the show for me. I thought Makari was really freaking good, man. I thought Makari was really, really good. As a speedster. Like, they really showcased her as a speedster. When she was going in on Icarus, bruh, like, I was like, damn, that's what a speedster's really supposed to be doing against Superman. But nah, it was great. It was great. But I think it was just the pacing and the length of the movie is what really took it off of me, bro. Like, it was like, damn, when is this shit gonna end? I mean, it gets bad when you're in the movies and you look at your phone and be like, how long was this movie? And how much time is left? But yeah, other than that, thought it was a solid movie. I'd really put it like at the half. Like, I'm really trying to determine right now. Determine right now. Is it better or worse than Black Widow? That's like where I'm stuck at right now. If it's better or worse than Black Widow, I'm gonna just keep it 100. So that's where I'm at. And honestly, good movie. Nothing really, okay movie. Nothing really hateful to say about it. All right, but to get into the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about tonight, the question that I have here, as you saw in there, that post-credit scene. Yeah, I know they are significantly different. We're just talking about a speedster and somebody with super strength that can shoot lasers out their eyes. I know they're completely different, Trail. But nah, I just love seeing that. Love seeing this thought came into my head. Speedster, Superman type man. Cool, but nah. A lot of celestial mythology expansion. A lot of in that apparently. I'm thinking about buying the Ultimates Run Volume 1 into Galactus, the Lightbringer. Ooh, I might have to look into that. T-Rare, I might have to look into that, bro. Alright, so look. Wait, was the Eternals the best thing ever done? Eternals was the best thing the MCU's ever done. I actually loved it. I loved the story and the history of the Celestials. I thought it wasn't that long. I can't compare with MCU. Nah, it was pretty long, bro. Remember, I had the post-credit scenes recorded. You do have the post-credit scenes recorded. All right, but look, coming out of this, I had this question. Did Thanos and Starfox, Eros, kill Knowhere? That's the question. Did they kill Knowhere? And here's the reason why that comes into my head, right? Here's the reason that comes into my head. I think Titan. Okay, Eros is from Titan, right? Thanos is from Titan, right? Alaris from Titan. All these people are from Titan. What comes into this, what really brings this into play, is that it seems to me that Eros is one of those Eternals, and you know, his brother Thanos, they wanted to put in, because at the beginning of the movie, I was thinking like, damn, they're really just gonna differentiate from Thanos being an Eternal, right? Like they're gonna veer off from Thanos being an Eternal. But it seems like they're kind of sticking along the lines that Eros and Thanos were born Eternals. So my whole thought around this was that, damn, when I see Eros pop up with that celestial sphere, they are from the moon of Titan. But in the comics, but no, in the MCU though, they're set far out. But when I see him pop out that sphere, it really makes me believe that they just did something that that the Celestials on Earth did. They just stopped the emergence, right? They defeated the emergence somehow. Somehow, some way, they defeated the emergence. And the thing is, I think that Airsham will look at what they did and try to find. So I don't think that the Titan, that the Celestial that was coming out on Titan would be defeated in the same way that Celestial was defeated on Earth, because it seems like Airsham would be the one to stop that from happening. Now, see you guys saying no. I don't know. I just can't go say no quite yet, because we still don't know how no may be playing out in the MCU, right? It does open that story, but let's just leave it. That's a big thing. That's a big leap for them to go at. That's a big leap for them to go at. But I think this is something that could be explored. All right, let's go to the training grounds and let's read this article here from the Direct. It says, Eternals writer says Josh Brolin's Thanos needs role in sequels. Speaking in an exclusive interview with the Direct, Eternal screenplay writers Ryan and Kaz Verpro discussed, and I know I effed up the name, the inclusion of Eros. During a conversation regarding the implications of Eros and Thanos either being synthetic or organic beings, one theme became more clear. Thanos seems to factor heavily into the possible storylines with Eros down the line. So what did the Fippo Cousins think about the possibility of seeing Josh Brolin's Thanos down the line again? Cass seems to think so, with the writer stating that he thinks there's no way to develop Eternal sequels without Josh Brolin's Thanos being involved in some capacity. I believe there's no way that you can do Eternals 2 or 3 without somehow touching on Mr. Brolin. It's hard to see a future with Harry Styles in the MCU that doesn't involve the Seamer 2, at the very least, with his deranged brother Josh Brolin. And one does not go on and introduce Eros, the kin of Thanos, without actually giving him any story or context for the future. My audio went out again? I'm good on this end, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Remember it was theorized. Okay, we're good. Remember it was theorized that Starfox would be Star-Lord's dad. I didn't see that theory, man. I didn't see that theory. But it could go on to be entirely in forms of flashbacks. That's what I like to see. The sequences could unveil the tragic history of the planet Titan, how Thanos came to be, and what led Eros to where he is now, not to mention simply provide more mythos to the Eternals and their species. And possibly, maybe Thanos will come back from the dead. After all, he is an Eternal. There's plenty of room for Marvel Studios to work on that in order to get Brolin back as a key player. Yada, 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 right? So, with that being said, I think it's just a Greenberg problem about the audio. With that being said, we're going to get some backstory. We're going to get some history. And what I was saying was that, to me, it feels like Titan was supposed to be destroyed. I feel like Titan was an emergence planet. That's just like my gut feeling is telling me that Titan was an emergent planet. You don't put the Eternals there if it's not set to be an emergence, right? So when you tie in the head of Knowhere and you think about what Thanos was in the MCU, in the galaxy, I mean in Marvel Comics as well, but Thanos is that motherfucking dude. Like, Thanos, of course, is the most vile, feared villain in the known MCU. So who else to cut off the head of a Celestial way back when, other than the man Thanos? And I wouldn't say that he was to do it by himself. I think that he and Eros would do it, but then again, I say that as to where if Eros chopped off the head or had anything to do with the head of Knowhere being severed from that celestial body, best believe Pip the Troll would have said something about it. He would have been like, the Slayer of Knowhere. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's just where my head is at. Is that the emergence was about to go down. The emergence was about to go down on Titan. And here's the thing: could Thanos had maybe fought Knowhere? Could Knowhere kind of been serving as this Ursham role, right? Like maybe Ursham at this point was, because we can't believe shit that Ursham really tells us. But maybe in this case, Ursham is out there delegating different Celestials to oversee emergencies, and when it got to Knowhere, when it got to Titan, maybe Thanos, maybe the Knowhere character. Now, I know his name is not Knowhere as a Celestial. I wonder what his name really is. But to where Knowhere would be the one that had it cut off from cutting it. And like I said, to me, what gets it is that somehow when you see that sphere, I think that means that a Celestial had to be defeated, right? Or that the emergence had to be stopped, or that a Celestial had to be defeated. One or the other. So that's what really kind of sent me down this rabbit hole and made me kind of be on this theory. And again, like I said, something to set precedent, something to help Thanos really gain his power and to set precedence of who he is in the universe. Cutting off the head of Celestial, defeating a Celestial is something that, shit. That's huge. And that would definitely send shockwaves. But that's just a theory, and it's one of these theories that's not based in comics. This is just a theory that's just based off of my effing head just watching the movie, right? That's it. That's it. But what do you guys think? Is the head of the headless Celeste? What do you guys think about this theory? Let's see. We got the okay. So we got two of y'all who agree with me and think that Thanos killed Knowhere. I mean, shit. That's more than what I thought I was gonna get. More than what I thought I was gonna get. So let me go through these comments here, and we'll see what you guys got to say about it. Now look, Knoll is a great choice, and the Necro blade, like the Necro sword, all that stuff, like being introduced in, like having Hela do it, bringing up the Necro sword back up in What If. Knoll is, and I know Knoll, he has his history with cutting off a Celestial's head in the comics. Knoll is a great choice. One thing is that Knoll is with Sony, and at this point, I don't know how much un-Spider-Man related stuff they want to tie in with Knoll, right? That's just where my head is at with that. Like, if they're with Sony, you can do all this crazy shit in the MCU, but like tie him in with Spider-Man, keep him with Spider-Man. I don't know if they're necessarily ready to be like, all right, we can bring Knoll and we can bring another Sony character and make him huge, just for Sony to potentially cut off ties and put this back. You know what I mean? So that's just where my head is at. I want a Titan story that's better than that Titan AE cartoon. I didn't see that Titans AE cartoon. I didn't see that cartoon. Was there really a cartoon in it? I didn't see that. But I would like to see more of Titan. I would like to see more of the history of Titan. What breaks down there, what went down there. I think that could be something very cool to see there, for sure. And I would love to get that backstory. Like I always say, I'm a sucker for lore. And, whether it was like a civil war that went down on Titan, that's how Thanos got his army, how Thanos got so strong. That's something I would really love to see, like him arise to power and build his empire, if you will. But yeah, dude, Trev, that was something that was trippy to me when I like realized like Titan was the moon, and I was like, I went to the MCU, and I was like, the MCU this can't be the same Titan that they're talking about in the MCU. But in the MCU, it is galaxies away. It's well, I don't want to say galaxies. It's out of our solar system, if you will. That's why they have to jump to it. I was like, damn, Titan ain't this damn far. Thanos ain't one this damn close to Earth. Like, nah. No, Odin is only Sky Father level. Okay. No. Y'all really think it is no? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have any problem with no. But that would have been the idea prior to Spider-Man being allowed to being used, or Galactus, or see, yeah, and it probably could have worked before then. And that's one thing, it still could work now, right? It still could work now. If if it was an emergence planet, I don't think the planet would be there anymore. Well, Earth is still there, Jared. Earth is still there, right? So my thing is, they stopped Earth. They stopped the emergence. They stopped the emergence from happening. And, they could have just cut the head off, right? Like the head of the Celestial could have been coming out of there. My thought though is that it wasn't necessarily Knowhere that was the emergence, right? It wasn't necessarily Knowhere that was the Titan. It wasn't necessarily Knowhere that was the Celestial that was coming out of Titan, but instead it was Knowhere that was watching over the planet, that was like serving as the Irisham of that planet, right? Irisham. What if Titan is just the first place that Thanos was expressing his madness as a mad Titan? That could be a good idea as well. He says here, I would say another Celestial. Celestials did have it. Yeah, I did hear. I'm not familiar with the Celestial Civil War, but I have heard about that. So like I said, I'm not familiar with it, but that could definitely just be the answer. Like that's a very, that makes sense. It could be an answer. Just the results of the Celestial War. His name was Alvin. See, to me, if Thanos did that after grabbing the stones, he would have went after them again. If Thanos killed a Celestial, why would he need the Infinity Stones? That is true. That's a very good question. But at the same time, I think Thanos could have maybe had like a special weapon to kill him. I don't know. I mean, it's not as easy as simple as just snapping off half of the universe, right? And to know that he couldn't kill more than one Celestial. And that's what gets me about this whole thing too. Is like how fucking plot hole. Like the Eternals definitely should have interfered with Thanos because Thanos was delaying the emergence. Thanos was delaying the emergence, and they knew it. She says Thanos delayed the emergence. So I mean, unless Ajax was turned by then and was like the emergence don't need to happen, that's why she was like all laissez-faire about it. And that's cool. But damn, Icarus damn sure should have wanted to stop Thanos. It's coming where we're getting Gore the God Butcher too. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it is something to say. He wouldn't need. Why would he need the Infinity? But it's the same thing you say now. Thanos didn't need the Infinity Stones, if you ask me. Thanos ain't need no damn Infinity Stones to destroy half the universe. He just could have done it planet by planet, but the Infinity Stones was just easier. They must have negotiated some villains for allowing Venom and others into the MCU. That's right. I don't know. I think something could have elevated him to celestial level. Fuck. The fuck was that noise? Shit. Look out for it. Ashton was great in the Transformers. I think he phoned it in for Eternals. He was kind of wooden. I'm weak. I'm weak. Bro, look at you leveling up. Let's go. What am I leveling up on? Looking at. Oh, you talking about the toys over here? You sent me the trailer in Discord. Let's see here. The trailer or the post-credit scene? Oh, the Titan AE. Okay. That Titan. All right, cool. I'm not playing that on there. I'm not Green Bay. I'm not gonna do it tonight. You're not gonna get me with that. You're not gonna get me with that. All right, but yeah, look, that's about it. Look, Travis in here schooling me. I'm trying to read and catch up with what Travis was saying. All right, it's got a Nickelback song. Oh, okay. You can't play it. Yeah, I'm not playing it. What's wrong with you? I'm gonna have to look into what Travis is saying. I'm not afraid to admit when I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I mean, I'm hip to the six singularities. I'm hip to the Infinity Stones. Hey, I'm glad you stopped by too, Trail, man. Glad you stopped by too, man. Yeah, I'll holla at you, dude. But yeah, just gonna hang out here for a little bit longer. I'm not watching it right now. I'm not. I was really thinking about what Travis was putting in the chat there. But let's see. Let's go here. Let's go back to Twitter and see what else we got to talk about here because there was. Oh, are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? My new album will be called Gold to Granite. I'm weak. Trevor's the comic encyclopedia. He is, man. He is. He comes in here, drops these encyclopedia gems, and then just leaves. Damn, I've been licking my lips too much. I'm getting that white shit around my lip. All right. Look, so I came across some bullshit about what they were saying about Captain America 4. and I want to call it some real bullshit. And then we'll get into the training ground. We'll get into the final round rounds after this and just chill. Alright, so it says Captain America 4 producer teases underdog plot of Anthony Mackie movie. You guys, alright, first off, you know how I feel about Captain America Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The whole series, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Bruh, my man's never gained anything. He never fought anybody and defeated anybody. He spent the whole time running. He won the movie by not fighting back. Also, as well, he didn't even take out the villain. Somebody else took out the villain. He never defeated Batroc the Leaper. Like, at the end of the day, he ain't earned shit, if you ask me. Go. That's just how I feel. That's what really took me off in the movie. Was that Anthony Mackie really ain't like. I wanted to see him show that he has the fighting gravitas to be able to be Captain America. That he could actually beat up some people that Captain America could beat up and take out easily. And he didn't. He didn't show that. He's the anti-Ashton. He's always out early. I'm weak. Yeah, Ashton's probably gonna come in here in about like 5 minutes. We're probably about to go off. Damn. None of my mods made it in here tonight either. I ain't get Rello in here. I ain't get Felicity in here. I ain't get Ashton in here. I gotta send my mods an email. Bro, he fought COVID during all production. That's why. Did he really? I ain't hear nothing about that shit, Green Bear. Damn, that's my other mouse. But either way, we're going to come here. The fourth Cap film will be the first feature film Anthony Mackie's, will be the first to feature Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson as the Star-Spangled Man, with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier head writer Malcolm Spillman heading up the title. Mackie's Avenger took the Felicity. I just said it. I just said you won't hear it. And look, speak of the devil, and she just came up. I'm like, ain't none of my moderators here. Felicity, was you lurking? Was you lurking? That gives me mad lurking vibes, Felicity. You just gave me mad lurking vibes. Because I just said none of my moderators are in here. And then the best moderator on YouTube pops up in the stream. What's going on, Felicity? What's popping off? But look, just get into this last article, then we get out in the final round rounds. It says Mackie's Avenger took over the mantle as Captain America in the closing moments of Endgame, really wrestling with the legacy of the moniker in this year's Falcon-centered Disney Plus series. There's been a myriad of teases as to where the winged hero will go in the new adventure, and the latest points to something of an underdog story. He goes on to say this. In a recent appearance on ComicBooks.com Phase Zero podcast, Captain America 4 producer Nate Moore revealed the upcoming will put the new Cap, Sam Wilson, through the ringer and make him earn it. Make him earn it. Make him earn it. Promising that he will be outweighed, outclassed, out everything in the patriotic sequel. I had to call it patriotic sequel. So we're going to put him through the ringer, make him earn it. See what happens when he's outweighed, outclassed, out everything. What makes somebody Captain America, I'm going to argue, is not being a super soldier. And I think we're going to prove that with Sam Wilson and Mackie. Moore mentioned that they see the new Captain America as an underdog in any situation, as he's not a super soldier. What happens when you make this guy who announces publicly, I'm the new Captain America? I think he's not Steve Rogers. I think that's a good thing, because to me, the new Cap is Rocky. He is going to be the underdog in any situation, not a super soldier, not 100 years old. He does not have the Avengers. What happens with this guy who announces kind of publicly without the support, I'm the new Captain America. What happens next? I think it's fascinating, because he's a guy. He's a guy with wings and a shield, but he's a guy. He is a guy. So this last part that I'm going to read here says, not to say that Steve Rogers never struggled in the MCU, but this is an interesting direction from the Marvel Studios to take on. This is an interesting direction for Marvel Studios to take the moniker of Captain America. Chris Evans' hero was made the best in the world, who never really faced the struggles of every man. Sam Wilson doesn't have the super soldier serum to be exceptional. Yet he is being asked to fit that to fit into that jacked out Boy Scout mold. Can I just say, aside from me reading that bullshit, we'll get out here to the final round square. Y'all really just wasting my time with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, huh? Y'all really just wasting my time with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought, sorry microphone, but I thought Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to be about Sam earning his stripes. I thought Falcon and the Winter Soldier was about to be about Sam proving that he should be Captain America. But what this tells me is that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was actually only just about him coming to grips with wrestling about being a black Captain America? Was that what it was about? So he still ain't earned his stripes yet? He still ain't earned his stripes? Look, I don't mean to rant this late. But this just enhances my gripes that I have with that movie, with that series. Again, my gripe with the series was that he ain't earned shit. He ain't beat nobody up. He didn't win a fight. Like, what was he doing, bruh? What was he doing? And you better apologize to the microphone. I did apologize to my sexy microphone right here. But you're telling me that I watched that whole Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, and the best parts of the series had nothing to do with Anthony Mackie. But he was supposed to be earning his shield. He was supposed to be earning his keep. He was supposed to be earning this stuff. And you telling me, nah, fam, he ain't earn it. He ain't earn it. Nah, fam, he ain't earned the right to be Captain America and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What's up, Coachella Coastal? He ain't earned his right to be Captain America and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He gonna earn it in this next movie. Bro, get the bullshit out of here, bro. That right there, that article, that take right there, like, that just really, like, that really grinds my gears. That really grinded my gears, that take. Loki was amazing, and we can get to that. Yeah, everything's not going to be a Loki. I think that Secret Invasion is going to get to a level of Loki. I think that even She-Hulk is going to get to a level that is going to deliver to a level of maybe like WandaVision, but delivering in a season finale. Not saying it's going to have the mystery element, but WandaVision was at a level where it wasn't MCU game changing per se as much as Loki was with the writing on the wall. But it's gonna be a fun ride, right? With Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I was waiting for Cap to earn his stripes, right? I was waiting for that moment. And it never effing came. Now, we did get some great action sequences, but it wasn't sprinkled out through there like I was hoping it would be. Like, ones that's coming to mind is where they defeated John Walker. But even then, it was Bucky and Sam. What we needed to see Bucky, we needed to see Sam defeat. I don't care what you say, how you want to spin it. I needed to see Sam defeat U.S. Agent John Walker, right? That's what we needed to see from that film. That's him earning it. That's him showing what he's got without the super soldier serum, showing that he can take that mantle of Captain America. That's him doing that, being able to defeat John Walker with the super soldier serum, not making amends, not playing peacemaker, not fighting the flag smash. You see what I'm saying? MCU fans are getting closer and closer to toxic every day. How we have a high horse. We're sitting on standards that we've set, though. Look. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, I liked it. It wasn't a trash series. But yeah, Felicity, I like John Walker a little bit more than Sam, too. I can't even front. And to be honest, I don't know if you guys remember, I'm not the hugest Anthony Mackie fan. Now, Anthony Mackie makes sense in that role because he is he kind of has the mannerisms of a military man, right? Like, kind of talks like that. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not a huge fan of how Anthony Mackie even talks on screen. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Anthony Mackie's work. Bro. I'm just not, and that is what it is. Seems like, but believe me, I think he's an awesome dude, all that good stuff. But I'm just not a huge fan of him. Not to say I won't have him on the show. I'm just not. So, yeah, we're not toxic for him. There is a victim of his own success. But at the end of the day, like I said, we can accept things that aren't great. But I just cannot accept what they did with that Captain America. I'm sorry. Like, bruh, they gave him a Wakanda suit. They gave him a Wakanda Falcon suit made out of vibranium. I wanted to see him use that in more of a close hand-to-hand combat situation. I wanted to see him like use some gadgets. Like, you know how Tony Stark went from being a flying machine with propulsors and being able to just shoot and stuff to being a fighting machine as well with his technology with hand-to-hand combat. I would have liked to seen Sam use more of his wings with hand-to-hand combat. You know what I mean? People keep doing this. Sam was a military guy too. Everyone keeps sliding me. Yeah, he was a military guy. But that's just my whole thing here. They're going to talk about him earning his stripes in Captain America 4. What the fuck was he supposed to be doing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? What was he supposed to be doing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Was Falcon and the Winter Soldier not about him earning his stripes? That's all I got to say. That's not really all I got to say. I mean, I could continue to go on, but I feel like I would just be talking in circles. Now, let me know what you guys think. Look, I'll hang out for like 5 more minutes. I hope everybody's day is going good. I don't know if you all can tell, but your boy got a new camera on today. I don't know how it's coming across. I don't know how it's coming across to you guys over there on YouTube, watching it from whatever device you're watching it on. But right now, looking in this camera, looking at the camera, I can see myself from the camera up there, but also looking at it from this monitor here on this computer. This shit looking good. But nah, we're shooting in 4K, not worried about the camera shutting down and all that stuff. So I'm excited. Got a new camera out. Actually went out and shot some video marketing work today, and it came out good with the new camera. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time for the sensei, to say the least. And you have a license to shield too, Mike. Let's see. Now, it was about him and the Winter Soldier, and I think the show was needed to stress that the two of them equal one cat replacement better. I can't agree with that, Green Bear. I can't agree with like that last statement. I can't agree with it. Like, to me, the purpose is showing Sam wrestling with taking the shield. Like, it's cool with that, but I'm cool with like them taking the real world aspect of bringing in that conversation, like that. To be real, like the story, like the conversation, like the actual racial issue of what they did in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, to me was done more tastefully than any other piece of content that I've seen. Movies, media, anything, bro. Like, when you think about what they did, one, dispelling the thought that blacks are a monolith, right? Like, that you acknowledging that you do have one set of blacks that are like Isaiah Bradley, they're like, F the man. Like, you're a sellout for going to go do that. Like, I equate that with folks calling black people sellouts for being police officers. You know what I mean? Like, from going to that to really bringing in the perspective of why Sam is doing it. And I feel like what the reason of what Sam was doing is kind of mirroring what a lot of black police officers do, or what a lot of a lot of people who get called sellouts for whatever they do. He took that mantle on, and he did it, and he carried that mantle up high, and he put out what he was standing for. So they did a great job on that front. I think the show wasn't necessary. That wasn't necessary. That wasn't necessary. It was an extra. I think what was necessary from the show. I think what was necessary from the show is that we needed to see him earn the stripes. We needed to see him prove that he could be Captain America physically. All right. Now, morally is one thing. Like, they could have proven it morally. They could have very much proven that morally. But physically, they needed to prove that he was Captain America, and they didn't in this show. Hopefully, the film does that. But at the same time, it's like, damn, I wasted 6 weeks, 8 weeks watching a show for you guys, expecting one thing from it, and just to get it from a movie later. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. You got your take. I know people that love the show. My wife loved the show, but I didn't. My best friend loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I didn't. Maybe my expectations were too high. But I tell you this much, when I bring up those points that I bring up, like him running from every fight, when I bring up those points about him not earning it, those are things that they look at and say, you know what, you're right. But there was so much, like, if I'm just focusing on Sam, there's so much else in that show that made it good, like Zemo, like the Wakandan element coming in there. I really did kind of like what they did with Bucky as well, like showing him with that, like that was one of the most touching moments, was showing that Bucky was free. Like, bro, like those moments were great. Those moments were great. I think they expanded too much. Like I say on my show, 13 years ago the MCU had one project. This year they had 9. It's too saturated, too much. That's funny you say that. That's funny you say that, Mike, because I found it funny when not too long ago, maybe it was like a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when all of the Marvel slate was pushed back and delayed, and you had like 5 months or 6 months between movies rather than 3, and people were like, not people in here, but just other folks, and I was like, bro, do you remember when we used to have to wait like a year for another Marvel property to come out? You remember that? Now we got all this Marvel stuff out. We got these series. We got this stuff. Like, take it. Just take it. Green Bear says, I think with this being Captain America 4 though, and not Captain America and the Winter Soldier, will serve that purpose, because the show was about Winter Soldier too. But here's the thing, man. They could give each of them their own show. They could, really, to be honest. They really could. But here's the thing. I don't think Winter Soldier being in there stops or hinders Captain America from proving that he's Captain America. I don't think there's anything in that show that would to say that while we're showing the growth of Bucky, we can't let Sam Wilson show that he's worthy of being Captain America. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that just like, that's not a good enough excuse. To me, that's not a good enough. I see where you're going there, man. I really do. I really see where you're going there. But to me, that is not a good enough excuse, bro. It's just not. Like, to say that the show was about Bucky too, and it was. But at the same time, they decided to tackle the issues about Captain America that they wanted to. And in this instance, it felt like they wanted to say that Sam can be Captain America because of his morals and values, because he unites America. And honestly, like, the take that Sam was having to me is a take that, like, really unites America, right? Like, as I don't mind saying this, as somebody who went through the whole journey of watching Hidden Colors, went through the whole journey of following the most woke pages on Instagram that you can follow. And when I say woke, I'm not talking about like no SJW stuff. I'm talking about like black power, like black pride woke, like black history, black stuff, like black businesses, like all like that's straight up 100% black. Like, if it ain't black, don't F with it, right? Someone to go from that is now to someone to be like, yo, F this now. Like, it's more important to be united. Like, the whole growth, like, really spoke to me as far as the growth aspect, because I went from being Isaiah Bradley to being not quite Sam Wilson. Like, I still got some stuff I'm working on. But to be to the point, like, bruh, like, F this stuff. It's all about love, man. It's all about love. It's all about peace. Like, fuck politics. We can agree to disagree. But as long as you treat me like a human and, I treat you like a human, it's all good. They decided to go that route and show that he could be Captain America that way. Why couldn't they just go that route and show that he could be Captain America physically? Look, it wouldn't take but so much. They were building up to it the whole show. They could have just gave it to us. They had 2 opportunities to give us Captain America earning his stripes. 3, actually. He could have defeated Batroc himself. And he could have earned his stripes that way. He could have defeated Carly. He could have defeated Carly and could have earned his stripes that way. He also could have defeated John Walker and earned his stripes. He did neither of those 3. It's like they went out of their way to show like that he wasn't gonna fight nobody. So that's where my take is, because like, to say it's about Bucky, bro, and I really hear that shit. Like, I really hear that. Like, yeah, Bucky has some growth in that show too. But at the end of the show, it said Captain America will return. And at the end of the show, Captain America grew. He grew into the role morally of Captain America. He just did not grow into that physically. They could have decided to put the energy into him growing in there physically. That's all I'm saying, man. Bucky was the audience in Falcons and the Winter Soldier, and he was like, why the hell did you give up the shield? He was the audience. He really was. I don't know if I'm coming off that way too. Wait a minute. I don't know if I'm coming off that way too, but I don't think Sam needs to prove himself. I'm just saying 2 of them together is a sick team. Oh no, they're definitely a sick team. Yeah, and I wasn't like trying to. Yeah, like I think it was necessary. Like the fight scene they had between the 2 of them, right after he had the serum, like that fight scene, like that was dope. That was needed. Like that was cool. We got that. But give me a finale where like or just just that one-on-one. Give me a one-on-one, man. Give me a one-on-one. The stuff in the museum was not enough in my eyes for Isaiah to start to forgive for everything that happened to him. That pissed me off, quite frankly. You know what, Felicity? Me too. Me too. I ain't gonna fuck it. It's the whole thing, man. The whole thing of symbolism. It's in the fucking movie. Like it's real. This shit happens in real life. Like when it comes to things that happens to brown people of color, there's never any retribution in the forms of repairing the wrongs. There's never any retribution in the forms of trying to do something to fix it, right? It's always in the forms of give them this holiday, give them this monument, put them in the museum, give them a museum, give them a month, rather than coming out and addressing it. One, saying you're wrong, you know what I mean? One, saying you're wrong, like come on, come out and address it that way. 2, repay my man's, like fuck it, like put him out in the limelight, like get him out of the ghetto in Baltimore. Like don't put him in the museum and then let him go back and live in the ghetto in Baltimore because he's had to live there because of what the government did. Like that pissed me off a little bit too, Felicity. Like I can't even lie. Like that part right there really did kind of piss me off too. So I feel you. So but again, it's the whole thing of symbolism. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, especially when it comes to folks that look like me and the way the government like to respond to stuff. It's just symbolism. Symbolism. Not anything that actually, I'm lacking my words right now. But it's not anything that actually gets to the root of a problem, or it's not anything that actually tries to fix a problem. They're just eating the symptoms, right? They're not curing the disease. That's what it is. They're not curing the disease. They're just giving him some Tylenol to make him feel better. All right, give him his life back. Like, retribution. You know what I mean? Like, give him his bread. Fuck, I don't want to say reparations, but damn, like, give him his money. Like, let him, like, give him a life. Like, shit. Give him the Avengers treatment. Instead, he just got that museum and he's going right back to the ghetto of Baltimore. Jason Stroh, what's going on, bro? How's it going, man? We're about to hop out here, but thanks for dropping in, man. Yeah, you're right on all that. I don't have any doubts of Simmons Cap. I like Bucky too, though, so maybe I want them together. I still want to see them together. It would have been sick to see Sam crush his fake shield in another fight. It would. I think so too, bro. Mike says that's a great point. Damn it, Mike. So many points were made. I don't know which one we were talking about. Didn't Sharon get a pardon? Sharon did get a pardon. Sharon got a pardon and she skated on about that Jane. And she actually did some foul shit. Only in America. The subliminal messages. Damn. The subliminal racial messages that that they put into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But then again, like I said, all in all, like, I really commend Falcon and the Winter Soldier for what they did as far as being able to handle. You gotta remember when Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out, where the country was, and like, I mean, we're still like in a pretty divisive spot, but I would go on and dare to say that it was a bit more divisive back then than it was right now, right? Than it is right now. But Captain America came out and did his thing. Falcon came out and did his thing. Like, emotionally, like the scenes were practical. The scenes were real. It wasn't like too over the top. You know what I mean? Like, it won't like they took like they very. You know where shit goes wrong, like when they got pulled over by the cops. Some other media, some other show or movie, they probably would have took Anthony Mackie and slammed him on the ground and made him very aggressive. They didn't do that. They just made it very subtle. And like, to me, that's like how you institute change. You don't lean too far to the right. You don't lean too far to the left. But you get the message of unity, love, hope out there. That's what I want. At the end of the day, isn't that what we all want? I'm tired of like this beef and shit. I miss the ignorance. Well, not the ignorance days. I don't want to say I miss the ignorance, but damn, if I was about to say it, what it is, I just miss it when like I could look at somebody, know they have a political view, and not think they're racist. And that's just how it is. Like, I don't know. I just hate how things are so divisive and how you have to be on one side of the line all the time. Oh, like, we're all humans. Let's all have our takes and just shit. Just all have our opinions, all have our like ways of life, and just let people do what they're doing over there. At the end of the day, treat everybody with dignity and respect. Ain't nobody right, ain't nobody wrong, unless it's hate. If hate involved, you're wrong as fuck. But that's completely left of where the conversation is about to go, and we went on about 10 more minutes than when I said we was gonna be on for 5. But anyway, your boy don't know what the hell happened to his music. That he usually plays on the outro, so we are playing our little Spotify music to get on out of here. So like I say, always go watch something nerdy. Thank you guys for hanging out and here with me tonight. Again, I know we're going through this stuff, and I know you guys are supportive and hanging out with me as we're going through this change, as we're getting things back into the swing of things. Look, I'm excited to get back into the swing of things, but I definitely don't want to overpromise stuff and underdeliver. And Mike, you are a robot. I knew it. But I definitely don't want to overpromise stuff and underdeliver. and that's to keep it 100. So right now we're stuck with this one stream a week. Um, Hopefully by the time we get to Hawkeye, we can work something out where we can get some videos out. Maybe go to 2 streams a week, but right now it's just looking like 1 stream a week. So that is what it is there. But like I said, continue to grow, continue to go do some nerdy shit. Go watch something nerdy. Go watch something MCU. Go watch something Star Wars. Go watch something DC. Your boy personally has been rewatching DC. Your boy personally has been rewatching Young Justice. Go watch something like that and have a good time. Share it with a friend. Turn them into a normie. Bring them here. We'll turn them into nerds. I am so glad. I'm so glad to see all of you all in here tonight. Much love. I will catch you guys on the next stream.
What is your
Y'all want some bars tonight?
Look, just go about.
Y'all want some bars tonight? You know we split them right. Give them the nerdy food to please their appetite. You know we coming right. Never really been polite, but you know I spit it right. You know I see the light. I'm spitting something like I'm come through here just like a zip tight. Something like a Ziploc. That's what I keep my weed in. I keep it stashed up. You know me and my friends making them highlights like on ESPN. Cold as hell like I'm from Aspen. Put it in the kid in the fucking pen. Get them real dirty like a hog pen. Put them in the den like the den of nerds. People hold the word. Everybody looking at me cause I be so blurred. Blurty and nerdy, my people stay blurty if you with me. And all my nerdy people stay nerdy too. You know it's really crazy how Whitney died. That's fucked up. But I really love the life, you know, we fucked up. Damn, I'm getting off topic here with my bars, but I'm driving it real hard like I'm pushing on the car. Going straight to legend, never been really hybrid. These people looking at me here, they're like a hydrant. Put out them fires with it. I put out them liars with it. Put them in the sky like the 4th of July with it. Everybody's talking about Christmas like I'm a wild with it. All I want for Christmas is me. All I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is ooh. I'm playing. Alright, I'm out, dude. That's a weak ass freestyle. But I'm gone. I swear to God on that. Nah, Green Bear definitely stay true. Green Bear definitely stay. Ooh, I like that. Green Bear definitely stay trolling, man. Stay trolling, man. Green Bear stay trolling. Eat this, stay trolling. Trying to be out here controlling. What we gotta say tonight? You must be on the scotch, you're right. Felicity, he told me he hit about 2 cups. And now we in here talking about we damn fucked up. Cause Green Bear stay trolling. Green Bear stay trolling. Atlanta Braves are the champs. Atlanta is better for it, I agree, my man. Mike Porter, you know you're right, man. They did it for Hank Aaron, the right man. Smashed it out to the right field with it. Coming out in the left field with it. We gotta chill like we fucking kill with it. Alright, cool, I'm done. Look, go to the fucking Discord. I might play some games. Just depending on how I feel. Probably shouldn't though. I should probably edit some videos. But go out to the Discord. Keep an eye on the Discord. Might do a little live stream. Who knows? Who knows? First, I gotta go cultivate the plants. They're in my garage. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Really blabbering right now at this point. I feel like this was a pretty good stream. I don't know about you guys, especially the first parts. I felt like it was a pretty good stream. Kindle afraid to make that pass. What pass? What pass? Damn, I was about to write bars. Oh, sorry, man.